Hey guys, what's up? Call of Duty Vanguard YouTuber 587.
Yeah, here's the latest news from Charlie Intel.
Latest news from Charlie Intel, the newest leaks I got from my personal source. And this is what... Stay tuned, bro, fam.
Stay tuned.
Oh, wait, no, we can't use that. Anyway, so... I played the Vanguard Alpha.
This man has held on to my PS4 for more than a year.
I have held on to it for so long that I decided to play the Vanguard Alpha.
Yeah.
And I literally contacted PlayStation support so I can play it. I'm not even joking. I suffered so I can...
I haven't heard this part.
I suffered so I could play the Alpha. So... Let's get into my thoughts.
Wait! You got to tell us about what happened.
I'll tell you about the thing. So basically, I have the PS4. I try and turn. I go to the shop to look up the Alpha. Looks like I have to have a system restart or whatever, or a system update. So I try and do the system update, but then all of a sudden it decides to just shut off. So I turn it back on again, and it's on this one screen, and it's frozen, and my controller won't reconnect to the PS4, so I have to literally go online, contact PlayStation support, maybe wait, 3 years or something like that, finally get a hold of them. And then the guy's
He's already completed college at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. So one guy's like, oh, hi, yeah, here, since it's not working, I'll have to send you the download and install file for the update online, and then plug it into the PS4 using USB update. And then I installed the game. That took about a day or so. No, I'm not joking. It did legitimately, I had to wait a day or so for it to finally be ready to play. Just because I had to contact the support and also I had to wait for it to install and do other stuff. Anyway, I finally played it. And was it worth the suffering to get to play it? Well, if you could say suffering leads to more suffering, then you would be correct. I did not have a good time.
Out of the pan into the fire?
Yes, out of the frying pan.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
It was like that. It was really... I had a very bad time with this. It is the, most boring, soulless game I maybe have ever played. I recently played Psychonauts 2, one of the weirdest, wackiest, different, most inspired games out there, and then I went to this. This was just absolute whiplash. It is... like Modern Warfare DLC, honestly. It just feels like Modern Warfare DLC.
My first impression, I haven't played it, but seeing gameplay, my first impression was, number one, that it looks really awful.
It looks terrible.
Not the graphics, but the graphics don't look great on last gen, but the visuals are just awful.
Aesthetic,
it's so dark and brown and gray. Drifter said it best, 50 Shades of Brown.
50 Shades of Brown. It literally looks like MW3, but somehow worse.
Yeah, and
it's so bad.
COD World War II also had this issue. Very little color, and it just wasn't it was a very dull game.
Yeah.
And the aesthetics reflected the gameplay.
Yeah.
But I was hoping that this game would not look like that. I was hoping they'd learn, but...
I was hoping it'd be like a Wolfenstein style.
It literally just looks like COD World War II.
Yeah, it looks like COD World War II.
Even darker, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like MW2 had MW2. Modern Warfare 2019 had a crossover with COD World War II.
The visuals are COD World War II, and the gameplay is Modern Warfare
2019. Yeah, it just feels so much like Modern Warfare. I couldn't help but think, am I playing Modern Warfare right now? Is this just like the DLC where it's remember that part in Black Ops 1 where you go back in time and play World at War? That's what it kind of felt like. It's like, this is really odd and stuff like that.
Remember the part in Black Ops 3 where you go back in time and fight zombies in World War II?
Yeah.
No, you don't, because you didn't play that campaign.
But still, it's so, I'm not a huge fan of Modern Warfare. I just really don't like it. I'm sorry, One Boom, but the camping is insane. It was terrible. The campers were there.
Yeah.
It just really encourages you to mount. You can now move along the mounting, so you could be like, oh, let me mount here. Let me dunk back down, move along, and then remount
can't
there.
You blind fire or something?
You can blind fire, so you can just shoot above
How was the destructibility?
The destructibility was honestly just annoying. It felt like what they did was they were like, okay, so we have this map. Let's just add destroyable walls. This is the thing. Battlefield is built on destructibility. There's buildings that are built and you could destroy them, and they're strategically placed. But this game, it just felt like they built the foundation, then they built the map, then they just put in destroyable objects in the way of other sightlines and stuff like that. It didn't really felt like... It felt more of an addition to something that didn't need to be. It felt like an addition that didn't need to be added. It just felt added on for the sake of, people are liking Battlefield. Let's add destructive stuff. Like, there was just random wood walls that you could melee and destroy and run
Rainbow
through.
Six Siege. This is literally exactly the same as Rainbow.
Exact same as Rainbow
It's
Six
the same
Siege,
game.
guys.
It's the same game
as Battlefield.
Oh my god,
Revolutions.
Black Ops 4 is Rainbow Six Siege because you can put down barbed wire.
I can't
How did I not see
I didn't
this?
think that Black Ops 3 was like Siege, but now it is. It's the exact same game.
Call of Duty is just exactly... Okay, this is it.
But
Enough.
that's enough of that. But still, the destructibility and even then, it just didn't really add that much to me. It just felt like something that they added on because they're like, Battlefield's doing
how was
well.
the gunplay?
Now, the gunplay... So, it's tough because I want to like the gunplay. Like, the gunplay of Modern Warfare is really cool and it's different, honestly, for COD. Mm-hmm. But
it feels satisfying.
It does feel really satisfying. But the main thing is the muzzle flare and flash whenever you shoot, your screen gets dark. Literally, your entire screen goes down to like 480. No, not 40. Sorry. Let me rephrase that.
That's a little bit high.
280p whenever you shoot. Like, it's just there's all these particle effects that come out. There's all this sparks because you shot the plane and dust and mud and dirt and blood and all this other stuff.
You got to talk about the optimization and visibility and frame rate and that.
It's just like so bad just because whenever I shot, it just looked terrible. I couldn't see who I was shooting at. Drifter has it perfectly. Like, there's a part in this Drifter's video where you can't even see the guy who's shooting. The visuals are terrible, not just in terms of the aesthetic, but the graphics themselves on PlayStation Slim are terrible.
Which is what he was playing on.
720p, like sometimes 60 FPS, but I know for a fact it went down to like 30 or so, like sometimes depending on the environment and stuff. It was just so visually cluttered and just, it did not run well. It just feels like this is made for PlayStation 5.
That. I can't wait to play that on original Xbox.
Yep.
I wonder how that would play.
But this is the thing. You may think, PS5, this is the newest console, Xbox Series X, I have one. Yeah. Either
no one
got
has
lucky.
that.
Either A, you got lucky and somehow got it, or B, you decided to sell your soul to a scalper.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to be mainly playing on the last gen, older gen consoles, so you really can't blame them for their not being able to get it from scalpers and stuff like that. You can't say,
if the game is available on a console,
it should be optimized
It should work well on that console.
Otherwise, it shouldn't be made for that console.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on it.
It shouldn't be released for that console. So don't blame me for the fact that the game's bad because you're playing on that. Sorry, this is what I have available, so I'm going to use it to play the beta, the alpha, whatever. The game mode that I was playing, Champion Hill, really weird. Not a huge fan of it. Just really boring, competitive style. I just didn't like it. It was just, it's kind of like the Modern Warfare 2019 alpha, where it's like, why the heck am I playing a 2v2 mode?
Yeah.
Like,
let me play the real game.
Let me play the game mode that most people are going to be playing. Yeah, I know they want to save that for the beta. Yeah, whatever. Still, just don't shove a garbage game mode on the exclusively. Just make it so we can only play that game mode in there, because again, it just really wasn't fun. The spawns were absolutely terrible. Constantly spawning behind people, spawning in their line of sight immediately, and just getting absolutely decked. I can't emphasize how much I just did not have a good time with this. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I just did not have a good time with it. Vanguard impressions, looking kind of down.
Yeah.
Not really looking like we're going to pick it up.
Hopefully Battlefield 2042 is good.
Yep, that's why we're betting on we'll have videos released for Battlefield 2042. The beta for Vanguard is open, so we'll probably have videos on that too. So we'll give you all our impressions on the latest games coming out. That's the 7-stop way. Thanks, guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.